Sometimes I wish I had like a detachable steering wheel so it wasn't in the way right now, but it's okay. I just don't know how to make this angle look good because I don't have a phone holder. Actually, this does not look bad. Anyways, I'm very stressed out, and I'm just gonna use this time to talk about the end of the semester because I just had my last final today. So might as well use this time to talk about my review of the semester in my first year of college. I am a freshman, so let's just talk about it. Okay, so first of all, I took 5 classes, and those were entrepreneurship, professional communications, management calculus, life science lab, and what was the other one? Microeconomics. So, first of all, my school has a stupid rule where freshmen and sophomores can't park on North Campus. They can only park on South Campus. So all of my classes are in North Campus. So what my situation was I had to take the bus from South to North Campus. And after the first week, I already got over it. I was like, nope, I cannot do this anymore. I was late to work twice because of that. Because there's like this bridge that's closed. So it was taking way longer to get to my car to make it in time for work. So I was like, I can't do this anymore. So I did this thing where I would park illegally at this church. And I did that for like 3 weeks and it was fine until I found a note on my car. Basically saying that if I park here again, I'll get towed. So I could not park there anymore, so I had to find a different option. So this girl, she lives like 15 minutes away, and she said, oh, you can park in my apartment. So I parked there for a while, and then towards the end of the semester, so I would park there and then walk 15 minutes to school. But towards the end, I got very lazy because I didn't really want to walk anymore. It was cold. I live in Massachusetts. It's very cold. So I would park at the metered parking lot right next to my classes. And I did that for a little bit. But then I was like, you know what? I need a reality check. This is getting expensive. It's not even expensive. I'm frugal and I don't want to keep spending money on parking when I have the option to park for free. There's a car right here. I look stupid. Wait. I'm going to pretend like I'm on FaceTime. I was like, you know what? I need to stop being lazy. I need to go back to walking to school like I did before for free. So I did that for a little bit, and then that was that situation. So parking, I would give it a 2 out of 10 because I know I will enjoy it when I'm a junior, when I can actually park there, even though it's still expensive. It's like $450 for the year, which it might be more expensive at other schools, but to not even be able to park where I need to go to class, that's like stupid. So yeah, 2 out of 10. Making friends on campus and the social life of my college, I would say 4 out of 10 from my situation. If I lived on campus and I was like dorming, I think it would be way better, because my situation is that I work 2 jobs, I commute to school, and I'm only on school for like max 4 hours a day, and most of those days I was only at school for 2 hours because I didn't take that many classes. I only took like 13 credits. So yeah, I didn't really have an opportunity to make friends. I didn't have the time to really join a club because, first of all, the clubs that they had were not speaking to me, and I just really don't have the time. If I really could, I could make the time for it, but I would break down. Like I would be what's the word? Burnt out, because spreading yourself so thin to too many different things, you'll get burnt out, and I didn't want that for myself because school's already a lot. So yeah, I worked 2 jobs. I needed time for myself, and I needed time for school, and I needed time for my friends and family. So I didn't really have the time to join a club. So yeah, but I know if I did, I could have made more friends. I made like one really close friend this semester, and honestly, the person I'm a quality over quantity person. So I'd rather have a smaller amount of friends that I have very meaningful relationships with. So that's what I mean. And I made like a couple acquaintances, so that's good. So 4 out of 10, but I know if I lived on campus, it'll be better. And then also I'm just very, 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 very shy. Like, I'm a very shy person and I'm very introverted. I'm like an extrovert. No, I'm like an introvert that wants to be an extrovert, but I'm an introvert because I'm very, very, very shy. So that's just my fault. So it feels like other people, it would probably be way better if I was a normal if I was like a regular person that had normal social skills. It would probably be like a 7 out of 10 or something like that. But yeah, overall, I just feel like my school is a community college on steroids. That's what I tell everyone, because that's literally what it feels like. Yeah, and there's really nothing else to say about that. My easiest class, I would have to say, is professional communications. It wasn't my favorite class, but it was definitely the easiest because literally it was just 4 assignments, very short writing assignments, as if you were like writing like a business email to someone. That's literally what the assignments were. So those are you can get those done in like, I would say like an hour max, or way less than that. And then we had one big research paper that had to be like 6 pages. And I definitely struggled on that because I'm not a fan of writing. It's just not my favorite thing to do. So yeah, it took me a couple days to do that, and then we had to do a presentation for that also. And I was just very unprepared for that because it was towards the end of the semester, and at the end of the semester, you're kind of just over everything, so you just don't have the motivation to give your 100%. So yeah, I could have done better if I was more motivated. So, but the workload in that class, very easy. There was not even a final exam or anything because the research paper was the final. So easy class, that was out of the way so fast. And then my worst class, microeconomics. That class, it was okay at first when it was just like supply and demand graphs, opportunity cost, stuff like that, things of that nature. That was very simple and easy to understand. But there was a point where I just kind of gave up. Towards the end, when you learn about like marginal cost, marginal revenue, average total cost, average variable cost, and you see all those lines on one graph, I just could not anymore. Like, I just couldn't anymore. I don't know. I was already, in general, I was so unmotivated. I had no motivation to do anything at the end of the semester. So just seeing all that at once, it was very overwhelming, and I didn't even bother to dive into it and learn the material. So I just kind of did the bare minimum. I would barely go to class. Like, there was a time where I skipped a whole week of class, and that's not really a big deal because I only had that class twice a week, so it's only 2 classes. But I was like skipping at least one of those classes a week. So I just wasn't having it anymore. I gave minimal effort. I didn't even study. But I think the one thing that saved me, because if it wasn't for this, I would have failed that class. The one thing that saved me was that I got a 96 on the first exam, which I was so surprised because I barely studied. I barely put anything on my cheat sheet. And people that were actually devoting the time to study, they were not getting great grades. So I was just so surprised because I guessed exactly what I needed to guess on. So I was able to get a 96. And then the second exam, I also gave up on that one, but I wasn't so lucky. I got a 68, which is not terrible. Because for me, in general, my opinion is that if you're in college, like, you know how people in middle school, I'm just rambling at this point, I'm sorry. People in middle school, it's like cute. Oh, I want a 90, a 99, I need 100, I need 100 on this, I need 100 on that. And if you get like a 96, you would cry or something because it's not good enough. And then in high school, it's kind of like, okay, 80s is good. I'll strive for 100, but if I get anything above an 80, that's good. In college right now, anything above a 70 is amazing to me. Great, because, you know, they say C's get degrees. I'm not trying to be a superhero in these classes. I'm just trying to get by. It sounds really bad. I'm not trying to say that I just want to like get the grades and go, because I actually want to learn the material that I'm learning. Like, I actually want to absorb the information so I can actually learn. Because if you just learn to pass a test, you're not really going to learn anything. So, you know, I don't want my future doctors to be like, in their job because they cheated on their exams and whatever, you know. So I do believe that you have to put in effort to actually learn the material. But where was I even going with this? That 96 saved me because I think I took my final exam for that class today, and I was calculating during the exam, if I got a 50 on this, what would my average be? And it would be like a 70 something. So I was like, perfect. I don't need to do amazing on this last exam. So I think that class is taken care of. So yeah, that was definitely my hardest class. My most favorite class would have had to been management calculus. See, I had really bad expectations because I took AP Calculus AB, and that class was hard down. It was so hard. Nobody barely knew anything. Everyone was like cheating. It was just really bad. I didn't get any information from that class. It was just really difficult. And I didn't even bother taking the test because I knew I was going to fail. So I wasn't going to pay for that if I know I was going to fail. So I just took that class. And I passed it, but it was just a very strenuous class. So I had bad expectations for this other calculus course I was going to take in college. But it was actually very easy. It was only the main thing that you need to know, that you need to get down, is finding the derivatives of functions, and that's very easy. Very, very easy concept. So yeah, the teacher was very, very, very helpful. I liked him a lot. I think this was his first semester teaching. I don't know if it was his first semester teaching in general or just in my university, but he was a very good teacher. I really like him a lot. He actually has a passion for what he's teaching, so obviously that's going to affect the way he teaches, and he was a very amazing teacher because of it. So I absorbed the information in that class, and I excelled. I got a 90, a 99 on the first exam, and then I got like an 80, an 88 on the second one, and then I just took my final for that exam, for that class yesterday, so I don't know what I got yet, but I think I did like okay, probably above a 70. But yeah, that class was very easy, and I felt like I learned a lot. And also the homeworks were online. I think it was on like Pearson, and I definitely learned a lot from the homeworks, because they had like, if you didn't know how to do a problem, you could look at the example and it would show you like a very similar problem, and because of the example you'll learn how to do the problem that you need to do. So yeah, overall I give that class, I would say, an 8.5 out of 10. Not a perfect score, because there was some times where he would get really angry because no one was participating, which I understand. Participating will help you learn more, but it's 9:30 a.m. I'm tired. I'm sorry. Yeah. So any other final thoughts about college? Oh, attendance needs to be non-mandatory. Yeah, I would elaborate on that, but this video is already really long. Well, in my school at least, they need to offer more online and hybrid options for undergraduate, because I would take, like, if I could choose, I would take hybrid classes, because the parking situation is very annoying. You guys already know that I would skip school just because of the parking. So if I had to go to school less, I would actually show up to class online, so that helps. But I don't want to be totally online, because I want to meet new people and make friends. So it's just like the perfect balance, you know. You're in class sometimes, and then you're online at home sometimes, and that's very helpful for me. That's how I like to learn. Yeah, I wouldn't mind in person. Like, I think I would have a better in-person experience if I could park where I needed to park. Out of 10, I would rate overall my first semester of college, I would give it a 7 or a 7.5 out of 10. It was pretty good. Not bad. Nothing really horrible happened. Nothing horrible to complain about. It's pretty good. All my professors were okay. Yeah. So yeah, 7.5 out of 10. That sounds pretty good to me. I'm kind of excited for next semester, because I'm only going to school 3 days of the week. So I'm doing like Monday, Wednesday, Friday classes, all of them. And it's going to be from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. And then I have like an hour break in between, and I'm taking 16 credits, so I'm a little bit worried because this semester I only took 13, so like adding an extra class, I don't know how my workload is going to be, because like I said, I have 2 jobs, but I think having a day where I don't do anything, which is going to be Tuesday, because Thursday I have the day off from school, but I'm going to work on that day. Having Tuesday completely off, it'll give me time to do my homework and all that, so, and just have some time to relax, because if you don't give yourself time for yourself to just decompress, your body will choose that time for you, and you don't want that to happen when you have like an exam, you know, because you need to be there for your exam. So yeah, so that's a test drive and review of my first semester of college. I'll give it, I don't know what Doug's score it's gonna get, but Doug can do that for me. So yeah, that's that. Thank you for watching, for all 4 people who watched. I'll see you guys in another video.